I want to begin with the question that may seem simple, but carries the weight of your entire existence. Whose life are you living? Is it yours? Or is it the version that others have written for you? The truth is, from the moment we are born, voices surround us. Parents, teachers, friends, society, social media, culture. They all tell us who we should be, what we should want, how we should live, and often, without realizing it, we trade our own voice for theirs. But here's the challenge. You were not born to live someone else's life. You were born to define your own. And until you take that power back, you will always feel like a stranger in your own story. Let's be honest. Many of us live in invisible prisons. We chase careers we don't love to impress people we don't like. We wear masks to fit into rooms that don't value us. We compare ourselves endlessly on screens, measuring our worth by likes, followers, and filters. But here's the truth. When you live for others, no amount of success will satisfy you. You can win their approval and still feel empty. Because fulfillment doesn't come from applause. It comes from authenticity. Living someone else's definition of life is the fastest way to lose your own. Defining your own life begins with a daring question. What do I truly want? Not what my parents want, not what society wants, not what tradition demands, not what trends dictate, but what I, deep in my soul, long for. This question is frightening because it strips away excuses. It forces you to take responsibility for your life. But it is also liberating because it reconnects you with your authentic self. When you ask honestly, you begin to notice that your real desires may not match the script handed to you. And that's okay, because courage is not about following the crowd. Courage is about honoring your own truth. History shines with examples of people who refused to let others define their lives. Rosa Parks, when told to give up her seat, she defined her life not by obedience, but by dignity. Albert Einstein, considered a poor student, yet he redefined the boundaries of science. Frida Kahlo, she endured pain, disability, and criticism, yet chose to define herself as an artist who painted raw truth. Steve Jobs, who famously said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." What unites them? They chose to write their own stories, even when the world tried to hand them a script. One of the greatest thieves of self-definition is comparison. When you measure your worth against others, you shrink your own vision to fit their shadow. But life is not a race. A sunflower does not compare itself to a rose. The ocean does not compete with the sky. Each exists fully in its own beauty. Defining your own life means rejecting comparison. It means saying, their journey is theirs, mine is mine. Both are valid, both are beautiful, but I will not copy. I will create. The world is loud with expectations. Parents expect security. Friends expect conformity. Society expects perfection. But here's the reality. You cannot please everyone. Even if you twist yourself into 1,000 shapes, someone will still disapprove. So why betray yourself for approval that is temporary? Define your life by values, not validation. Define it by meaning, not applause. The only person who must sleep with your choices every night is you. When you define your life, you experience something rare: freedom. Freedom to say no without guilt. Freedom to say yes without fear. Freedom to walk away from what doesn't align. Freedom to pursue what makes your soul come alive. Authenticity is not easy. It requires honesty, vulnerability, and sometimes loneliness. But it is the only way to live without regret. If defining your own life is so powerful, why do so few do it? Because it requires courage. It means you might disappoint others. It means you might be misunderstood. It means you might fail in the eyes of people who measure success differently. But the greater danger is not failing in their eyes. The greater danger is succeeding in a life that was never yours. How can you reclaim your own story? 1. Silence the noise. Spend time away from distractions to hear your own voice. 2. Define your values. Ask, what matters most to me? Freedom, creativity, service, adventure, integrity. 3. Visualize your life. Picture the life that excites you, not the life that impresses others. 4. Set boundaries. Say no to what doesn't align. Every yes should honor your vision. 5. Accept the cost. Living authentically comes with sacrifice, but it also comes with joy. 6. Celebrate progress. Defining your life is not a one-time act, it's a daily choice. Society often defines success by wealth, fame, or status, but you get to decide your own definition. For some, success is peace of mind. For others, it is raising a loving family. For others still, it is creating art, serving others, or exploring the world. The danger is chasing someone else's definition and then discovering it leaves you empty. True success is alignment between your values and your choices. Think about your last day on earth. What will matter? Not how many people approved of you, not how perfectly you followed someone else's script. What will matter is whether you lived your own truth. The legacy of a self-defined life is authenticity. It inspires others not to copy you, but to find themselves. Your courage becomes their permission. Defining your own life will not be easy. People will doubt you. You will doubt yourself. But remember, resistance is proof you are breaking free. Every butterfly struggles to leave its cocoon. Every pioneer faces resistance. Every dreamer is called crazy until the dream comes true. Struggle is not a sign you're on the wrong path. It is a sign you are creating your own path. At its core, defining your own life is sacred because you are not an accident. You were born with a unique combination of gifts, desires, and perspectives. To deny them is to deny your purpose. Whether you believe in God, destiny, or the universe, one truth remains. You were made to be original. One of the most powerful tools in defining your life is the word no. No to paths that don't align. No to relationships that drain. No to opportunities that look shiny but feel empty. Every no frees you for a deeper yes. A yes to your calling, a yes to your peace, a yes to your truth. Fear is what often holds us back. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of judgment. But here's the paradox. Fear never goes away. The secret is not to wait until fear disappears, but to move forward anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is defining your life in spite of it. So let me ask you again, whose life are you living? If you realize you've been following someone else's script, it's never too late to rewrite it. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't need everyone's approval. The pen is already in your hand. Your story is yours to write. In the end, life is short. Too short to be lived as someone else's version. Too short to waste chasing applause that fades. Too short to wear masks that suffocate your soul. So define your own life boldly, fearlessly, imperfectly, authentically, because the world does not need another copy. It needs you, fully you. And when you take that step, you will discover a freedom, a joy, and a peace that no external approval could ever match. So remember, your life is yours. Define it, live it, love it, not for others, for you. Thank you.